Boom. We are live. Episode 20. Here we are.
Are we live?
Turn your sound down. Jesus Christ.
Turn your sound off.
Yeah, all
And your
the
ringer
way.
off.
Okay.
I think I
it's off.
got mine on
It's
vibrate.
off.
Anyway, folks, this is episode 20. I'm really happy. Now, we've done a bunch of like little episodes and little live events here or there and, you know, pilots and shit like that. But this is actual true episode number 20. And that is freaking awesome. I think we should do a giveaway for episode 20. Jake's not even here, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not here to say no.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How
right.
about a pair of LCSs?
We got a bunch of them.
Seriously? Is that what's going on right
How
now?
about a pair of LCSs? We got plenty of those.
We got plenty.
How about a pair? How about that,
And
folks?
they're awesome subs.
Yes, they are.
Don't sleep on the LCSs.
No, I think we should do a giveaway on a pair of LCSs.
$92.
So here's the deal, folks. I'm just at a whim. I'm just saying this at a whim. So get on our Sundown After Dark Facebook page, and the link for this video, the live video, is up right now. Go ahead and share the fuck out of that on Facebook, obviously. So share that. Make sure that your share is public so that I can see that you've shared it. And then tomorrow, maybe, you know what, this evening, I'll count it all up. And on our Facebook page, we'll go ahead and do a random.org thing, get you a set of LCSs. Those are 12-inch dual 4-ohm. If you don't like them, give them away. We did. So let's see. Since we're live, we don't have anything crazy to talk about. We're going to talk about Slamology.
Yeah,
and
give us questions.
Some things like that. We want some questions.
Jake's in the jungle of South America on vacation.
Jake's very far away, so nothing crazy. None of that crazy shit that he's talking about.
I can't get onto this thing. I can't see the
go up.
questions.
They're right here.
It's not working.
You can see them. They're right there.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's read
We
and
have
see what
the
folks
power.
are talking about. Anyway, again, for those just chiming in, get on our Sundown After Dark Facebook page and share the link to this video that we're doing right now. And then sometime tomorrow, I will release a winner of a pair of LCS 12s.
So Jake's in the wilderness or whatever, but he can totally...
He's probably watching.
No, he can totally get on his phone because I asked him if I could take this cigar.
Yeah.
He can.
Cell phones work in South America.
Let's see.
But
Dutchman says he missed Slam in Japan for
I'm
work.
sure wherever
Well, hey, at
whatever
least you're
hotel
in
they're
Japan.
staying at,
At
he
least
has
you're in
Wi-Fi.
Japan.
Guaranteed.
Well, I figured he would just not be on his phone. That's what I would do if I
He
was
can't.
there.
He's not capable.
The third era, one vasectomy victim to another. Hey, you know what? I'm not a victim, buddy. I'm having a good time. Let me tell you. Let's see what else other people say. Sharing, yada yada yada. Yeah, again, folks, share the hell out of this so you can. And again, Sundown After Dark Facebook page. That link to this video is the one you have to share, and it has to be a public share. That way, I can go ahead and count you up as somebody put in there as they win the pair of LCSs.
So we are not bringing back the NS2s. NS2s are high voltage amplifiers, and we're done with that. It's all standard voltage from now on.
Yeah, Jake's talked about the salt line. We will have a high wattage salt line amplifier coming out, and then we've got some other shit in the works that we're not really talking about at the moment that are also going to be high wattage.
Got some cool stuff in the works.
I think maybe I'm blind because I can only see them if I do this.
Well, you look it on your phone, dude. Look at it on your
I
phone.
can't pull it up. It's cool.
All
It's cool.
right.
Nobody
Let's
has
see.
questions for me anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, Donnie, I do have something I wanted to show the people that you were in.
Oh, is it Brad Criswell's?
Yeah, so we were at Slam.
Man.
So by the way,
Yeah.
Donnie, it's hilarious when he gets a demo of like a kick-ass build. And Brad Criswell's build is pretty kick-ass.
I only got 3 there. I wanted to get a lot more. And originally what I was going to do is I was going to work at the booth Saturday and then Sunday kind of cruise around and get demos. But as you guys know, it kind of got rained out.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. So it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard for me to get around. So I only got 3 demos the whole trip.
Yeah, and see, my plan was, we were packed in the booth. It was just nonstop people. I had to do my qualifying Saturday. So it was like, all right, I'm booth all Saturday. Sunday, I'm gonna try and get out.
Right.
And that's everybody that wanted, like, hey man, come check out my car. I'm like, tomorrow when I get time, I'm coming around. And then we wake up to rain.
Yeah.
Right.
And it seemed like when we got to the track, the rain just got worse and worse.
Yep.
Like, all right, we're out. I didn't even run eliminations. I was like, no.
We didn't even take out our shirts.
No, we didn't do anything.
Which, by the way, if you guys want a shirt, you can get one online. $20 ship.
Yeah. How are they going to do that? Our website's down.
My website is not down. Sundown is
tell you what.
official is not down.
What's our phone number? What's our phone number?
828-459-1980.
So call, and I'll talk
Purchase
to
a
you.
T-shirt.
What's your
And we'll
extension,
get
Donnie?
you 121, I think.
How do you not know your own extension?
Just hit extension
Just
3.
I never remember
You
yours.
hit extension 3, it rings
I
all
remember
the phones.
Brian's because I used to tell everybody to call Brian.
Uh-huh.
For the longest time, I didn't even think I had an extension, but turns out I actually do.
Yeah, totally. Everybody, if you have a phone, you have an extension.
I do not have an extension.
You
I think
totally
it's
do.
I
Derek.
think it's like
Cannot call
121 or
me.
122.
I know your extension number. I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
it,
but
though.
no one can call it.
They can.
No, they
if,
can't.
No, if they literally hit the 3-digit number, it'll go straight to your phone.
No, that's
I ain't
not
gonna-
possible.
I ain't gonna do it. It is
Well,
possible.
I
It's
will
very possible.
disconnect that if it's possible. You
You don't
cannot get to my phone. Direct.
Unplug.
You don't even really have to call. You just have to submit the $20 to our PayPal, and just put
And
like
yeah, you can just put it in the description.
Top three, because some of the colors and sizes we don't have. So top 3 that you
Yeah,
would
so
like green or
If you want a
purple or
T-shirt,
whatever.
so it's get a PayPal. It's sundownz@sundownaudio.com. Just put your information in, what size, what color, and we'll send it over. It's $20. There you go. Have a T-shirt. All right. Speaking of T-shirts, I got one over here. I want to show everybody. This one's pretty cool. This is a new DJ Rusticles T-shirt. And remember, folks, if you use a promo code, that promo code is After Dark. You can get a little discount on this. So check this out. This is one of his T-shirts.
Oh, so check this out too. I got this from DJ Rusticles at Slam. It's a koozie.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I'm Russified for sure, and you too
super
can be Russified.
So for those who purchase DJ Rusticles music and or like a VIP thing or T-shirts, merchandise, use promo code After Dark and you get yourself I think it's 10% off. So and it also helps the podcast as well, and we thank you very much for that. So anyway, going back to Slam, I got a few demos. The demos that I did get were freaking awesome. I had a fantastic time.
I had 0 demos. I didn't get to like walk away from the booth for a second.
I wanted to do more.
Yeah.
However, there's a reason. We'll talk about this here in a little bit as to why I didn't do so much in the morning of Saturday morning. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit, Donnie. I'll have to be very vague with what I'm going to say, but yeah. All right, so somebody asked, I saw it up here somewhere, are the 7500s in? No, all SCV amps are due in like any day.
Yeah, before the end of the month is the current ETA.
It's supposed to have been last month. Obviously, there's always a delay.
There's never a hard date. It's always a time frame, and that's all we got.
So all the SCV amps, which is 4,000 on up, they should be here hopefully next week, but if not, a week after. And any pre-orders and or back-ordered amplifiers that you guys purchased, they'll go ahead and get sent out. A lot of dealers are out of them. Pretty much all dealers. I don't know anybody who's got them in stock at the moment.
Oh, you didn't show that video
Which one?
of me getting
The demo.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that.
Demo.
So
I want to see it.
Actually, before we do that, again, we've got more people rolling in here. I want to just reiterate that I want you to go on our Sundown After Dark Facebook page. Pause the video real quick. Go to the Facebook page and share this video, this live video on Facebook. Make sure your share is a public share. That will put you in the drawing for a pair of free LCS 12s. How about that? A pair of subwoofers. So go ahead and share the hell out of this if you could, please. That's the only way we get viewership, unless I hit boost. I ain't hitting boost.
That was a question.
Byron, we do have a DD1. There's a DD1 built into our amp dyno,
Yeah.
and that is the only DD1 we have here. Is that one? We don't have a handheld DD1. I don't believe in DD1s because they're fallible.
They can be, because once you add a load to your amplifier, a lot of things change.
I don't like the DD1s have to be used with the amp unloaded, and I also try and let people know, like, even if you set everything perfect with a DD1, not all media is the same. Especially nowadays where everybody's using modified music. Not all modified music is the same.
Everything's recorded differently.
And regardless, you could have everything set perfect. You can actually get modified music that is already clipped. If somebody modifies and doesn't know what they're doing, the music itself can be clipped, and then you're clipped automatically.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to stop that.
Can that be caused by compressing the
Hold on,
music?
real
'Cause I
quick.
know sometimes when you
Dirty
upload-
South-
It's usually caused by boosting.
Dirty South
People
Wookie
that
says,
try
I
to
looked
boost the music.
dazed on Saturday. Dirty South Wookie, who are you? What is your name? Because I'm curious. Because I was a little bit, I want to know who that is.
But even aside from that, because that's rare. I say most of the guys that they're professionally modified music nowadays, they don't clip it. But I've seen where several guys record them they process them, whatever you want to call it, at different decibels, different volumes.
Okay.
So one guy might be -4, one guy might be -12. I don't even know what the standard is nowadays.
Yeah.
They should have
So
got
if-
Russified. If you would have been all right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
where
and
if you
DJ
set-
Rusticles is one of those that really makes sure there's zero clipping in his music.
Yeah.
I've seen how he does that. It's
Where the
pretty
problem
cool.
comes in is you use your DD1, you're like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to set it up with this -10 dB, 40 hertz tone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then you play music that's set up at a -0 dB. Well, now it's not the same. You know,
Yeah.
that's what happens. Then you play you play some music, it's going to be, they're all going to be recorded at different volumes, so that changes your volume you can play at every time.
Yeah.
And you can buy factory music. You could go buy, and it's like compact discs. And there's a whole, it's not even a conspiracy, but it sounds like a conspiracy theory. Is back in the day, some artists, the actual label wanted artists to be heard louder over the radio, so they factory recorded onto their compact discs or whatever. They made the music louder.
It was like more
boosted it.
compression so they can boost it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And this was in
I've
all
noticed
the rock
that,
band
too.
days back in the day.
Like a lot of
Yeah.
like grunge bands did that
Yes.
too.
Oh, yeah.
So I actually know what you're talking
they
about. 'cause if you
intentionally
listen
boosted
to, like,
the volume of their music so that
Tonic or Gin Blossoms,
Yeah.
they're notorious.
when it played on the radio, it would come
Labels,
across
rather,
at a naturally louder volume.
Yeah.
And that's still a problem we see today with guys that unintentionally just people just they record music at different volumes. And
So, again, you can be very safe and try to use a DD1, an oscilloscope, voltmeter, all that stuff. I used to use an oscilloscope back when I was an installer, and you can see the wave. But again, just like what Derek was saying, if your music's bad, everything's going to be bad from there on out. So let's go ahead and show the video of Donnie getting a demo by Brad Criswell.
It was so cool.
This is
I had
hilarious.
such a good time.
Oh, hold on a minute.
and he's got
There we go.
how much is it? 12 ZV5,
12
15?
ZV5.
Give me a smile, Donnie.
How much power?
That's a thumbnail, dude. That's a thumbnail right there.
So how much power does he have?
I don't remember.
1300.
How many amps? What?
Look at him! Look at
I'm
him!
not sure.
He's just punching the air.
Dude,
It's
it
hilarious.
was so loud. It was so loud.
I think you scared him, Donnie.
Probably.
You don't know what to do.
All right, then there's another video, or the second song. He plays two songs for you. There's a low song and a high song. And you hear the background. For those who've never been to Slam, hear the background noise. It's just bass all day.
Yeah, it's just loud. It's actually kind of hard to even talk and conversate with people when they come to the booth because there's so much demos everywhere, so much music.
Oh, come on, get to it, get to it. There we go.
Her hair is blocking my face.
Don't worry, Donnie, I get your face.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
see
him.
you over there jumping around.
You just see my fist. It was so cool, man. It was so cool.
This is hilarious.
How did you feel there, Donnie?
It was just like
Was
every.
it orgasmic?
Oh my god, that was perfect.
Well, that's how I felt right there. That was a good time.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it was
that
really cool.
That was perfect.
So yeah, Donnie's still kind of fresh to the whole demo scene. So anytime he gets in a really big one like that, you just get all sorts of excited. Hey, you know what's
I
cool?
listened to Darian Shamali's in Vegas.
Mhm.
That was pretty.
Oh, that thing was nasty. But he's got B2 in it now, but no hard feelings. We love the guys at B2 as well. Actually, we hung out with them a lot while we were
I
there.
got to talk with Jay for a while about traveling.
Yeah.
He's been all over, and that was really cool because
you talking about Iceland or some shit, weren't you?
Yeah.
Jay from
he,
B2.
Yeah, he's DJ'd in Iceland. That was really cool. We had a conversation about that. Iceland's pretty rad.
Dirty South Wookie is Aaron Zook. So Aaron, I got a box sitting over here. Got a little box that you sent us. I might open that here. I might be scared as to what's in it. You sure we're
Wait,
not going to blow up?
somebody else sent us a box?
Yeah, Aaron Zook sent us a box.
So
Aaron,
we're getting a box next week.
yeah, we are from one of our dealers.
Yeah.
I actually messaged him to see if it got here. It has not been here yet. Anyway, Aaron works for DS18, and he sent us a box. And
And we don't care because we're not haters.
No, we're not haters.
It's fine. We're friends with many people that work at other manufacturers.
And Aaron
That's okay.
was a huge supporter of Sundown for a long, and he still is. But just he found his foot in the door in the audio scene, and that's where he works.
He was at Slamology.
He sure was. Yeah.
I talked to him. Yeah.
All right, hold it real quick. Yes, at some point in time, maybe very soon, the NS2s from Project SPL will be for sale.
Uh-oh.
It will be. I put them in there as the wow factor. But again, they're a high voltage amplifier, and I'm running just standard 12 volt setup, so they're not optimal for what I'm doing. I put them in there because they're big, and it just gave a big wow.
Big and
it did. It got a good reaction, but they're not going to give me the power I want. So eventually, I'm going to pull the NS2s out and swap to 8 7500s.
Yeah.
Because I will on 12 volts, you will get more power from 8 7500s versus
Definitely.
4 NS2s.
Oh yeah.
On 12 volts.
It's just you're taking up more room now. You know.
Yep.
So do you have to modify it now that you're taking up more room? Because
Change your amp rack a little bit.
Oh yeah.
How it
Amp rack will
mounts.
totally change when I
Yeah.
go to 7500s.
Well, you've got them stacked, right? They're stacked. Aren't they stacked on top of each other? Or are they
No,
get
well,
long
I
ways?
got the board at the back that has
Like this.
3. There's 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's
Yeah.
the 4th one's behind them on top of my cat bank.
Gotcha. Because I remember when you were
Not physically laying on the bank. There's actually wood and mounts, and the cat bank it's countersunk in the floor, and it is mounted and it can't move, and then the amplifier's on top of that.
Yeah. So again, folks, for those
it's screwed in, it's
for those that
mounted.
are just coming in,
Don't
make
freak
sure
out.
you go to Sundown After Dark's Facebook page, share this video, make sure your share is public. That way, you get put in the drawing for a pair of LCS 12s. So, and I'm gonna pick that tomorrow morning once I count everybody up. We'll do a random.org. I'll do a live video just at home or whatever. But again, Sundown After Dark Facebook page, share this video, and make sure your share is public, and that way you get put in that running. So let's see what else other people are saying here. If you got questions, of course, it doesn't have to be Sundown related. You got personal questions, we'll answer them.
Part 2 of the SA12 Will It Blow video. Yeah, it's coming. There's so much on the plate to do. And again, we've been gone most for Slamology. Got back up until literally yesterday afternoon. This week has just been working to play catch up. We missed. We left Thursday, but we really missed Friday and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was all catch up just from what we missed on those 2 days. And today was a pretty mild day, but we just got to get back on track here, get work going. Work comes first, then we'll get back on the videos. That's why I haven't really had a video this week at all.
Who's all coming to Surf? Colt wants to know who's all coming to Surf City. I know I'll be there. Jake's there, obviously. I know Donnie's wanting to go.
I would like to go.
I don't know if Brandon's interested in going. I don't know. I know he wants to go to do some West Coast shit. Derek, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I would like to.
We
go.
usually fly out there, but it would be awesome to actually bring some demo vehicles out there. But that's the other side of
that's
fucking country.
that'd be rough.
A trip, man.
And it's the week
That would
after
be
our.
very rough.
It's the week after our show. So and if you guys remember, we had to pack up stuff on a pallet and ship it out to Oregon just to get it there in time.
And there was a lot of logistics going on with that as well.
Yeah.
Where I got what stuff we could do without not at our show and shipped it ahead of time, but then we had to do our show and then immediately get stuff, all the show stuff,
Yeah,
tents,
that's
everything,
Sunday.
Onto a skid and get it freighted out
The
immediately.
Sunday after our show,
to get out
all
there.
hungover, I came in and got that pallet ready.
All right, I got to clarify for somebody here. Beast 97. No, 1 versus 1, the 7500 does not do more power than NS2 on 14.4 volts.
Right.
But I'm going to 8 versus 4. So 2 versus 1, yeah. 2 7500s at 14.4 volts will do more power than an NS2 on 14.4 volts. So here's the easiest way to explain it. On a 12 volt setup, I've seen 15,000 watts out of an NS2. On a 12 volt setup in similar conditions, I've seen as much as 12 to 13,000 watts out of a 7500. Even on the amp dyno, when I did the uncertified test, at standard, like we were getting right at 10,000 watts out of a 7500 on the amp dyno. So where what
impedance?
No, it wasn't 1 ohm. Uncertified 1 ohm.
Okay.
Everything legit, good to go. Yeah, it was getting 96, 9700. Right at 10K. So where in my setup, I've got obviously a super massive cat bank. I can hold a rock solid 15 volts, which is fine on the 7500s, and I'm sitting about a 0.7 reactive load.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, Brandon.
No.
Sorry to close the manual.
I got it.
We're good. Thank you.
So yeah, so I'll be at a 0.7 reactive, a little under 1 ohm, and they do good there. They'll it's kind of their sweet spot as far as I'm concerned, where you can get a little more current than you do voltage.
Yeah.
So 0.7 rock solid 15 volts. Oh yeah, we've totally seen 12 to 13,000 watts out of 7500.
Wow.
Yeah. J-Bo wants to know what amp do you use to push a pair of ZB5 12 dual 2s? Now, since you got a pair of dual 2s, I assume you're going to wire a half ohm. In that case, you can do like a 4,000 safe, 6,000 you're pushing it. Just be a little careful. Remember, that's half ohm. Make sure your electrical system can handle that current draw. All right. You know what? I had some shit that I wanted to say. I don't remember what
A
it was.
show close to California, man. We're on the East Coast. We're
Yeah.
not. I'm not
California.
driving
I know you got
to
Autorama,
California.
which is in
I feel like
Sacramento.
Oregon, the one show we do in Oregon stuff.
Yeah.
That's really an awesome show.
Other than that, so end of this month, me and Brandon are flying out to Albuquerque. We'll be out there for a show. We're not taking any vehicles. We're flying out. So we'll physically be there, to show some support, represent.
You
But
taking any booth shit? You gonna send any booth shit out there?
nah,
Check a bag.
oh yeah, we ship everything. When we fly, we don't take nothing with us.
Right.
We learned a long time ago when we're flying, put that stuff in a box, ship it
Hope
ahead
the
of
guy
time,
gets
or
there.
we'll overnight it real quick or whatever. Yeah, like even when we did, we go to Vegas, we'll ship stuff out there. Like I've shipped stuff to the hotel ahead of time. Just have my name on it, and everything. But last time we did SEMA, we shipped it out to JP at Down for Sound, shipped everything to him. We showed up that morning on the flight, Ubered over to JP. Hey man, you got our stuff? Grabbed our bags, go check in. Oh yeah, and we'll do the same thing. I'll throw a return label in the box, so we go right back, put our stuff back in the box, slap the return label on it, let it come back.
Right back to you.
Yeah,
Again,
it's
folks-
so nice never having to deal with luggage on a plane.
Again, folks, I need you to get on our Sundown After Dark Facebook page and share the link to this video that I posted earlier, and that share will give you a oh god, you'll be put in a drawing
Pair of
for a pair of
LCS.
LCS 12s. And this just happened. We're just like, fuck it, it's 20th episode, we'll do a giveaway. And we normally don't do a lot of live episodes, but I've been doing more live ones recently, and we seem to be getting good
I like the
reviews
live
from that.
shows. I think the live shows do well.
Yeah.
It keeps it going when people
Well, the
ask
last
questions.
one-
And you get, I
The
think
last
you
one
get
was
more
rough.
interaction, and you get.
I'm not
the,
taking my pants off this time.
The last one was rough.
Oh,
That was really
yeah.
rough.
No, that was
It's just
And my-
cool
my
because
mom
you get
was
so much
watching.
interaction
When I
with
took
the
my pants off?
questions and the comments.
My mom watched the whole show.
Want to take my pants off?
Yeah.
No, dude.
Oh man.
Oh, I was saying, I thought you
No.
were saying, do you want to? Like,
I
no.
not
was.
take your
We're good.
pants
I'm
off.
sorry, folks.
No pants are coming off for
No.
this show.
Micro amps. The
no
micro
more-
4 channels on the way.
No more liquor for Brian when he's doing a live show. Yeah. So I got a box over here from Aaron Zook. No, you get that shit away from me. That shit's disgusting, by the
I
way.
finished my bottle of Dutch.
Oh, there's a question for
that I
you,
got my
Donnie.
birthday.
What did the producers let Robert Englund keep from the first Nightmare on Elm Street? He said Elm Sterry. He said Elm Sterry.
So I know that it was produced by Rob Shea of New Line, almost exclusively. And I really don't know the answer to that, but I guess I would say the glove or the hat. I know he was very attached to both of those
Derek,
things.
you got your knife on you? I know you always carry a knife.
I'm not
What'd you
sure. I don't know the exact answer, but I do know a lot about that franchise. What's the answer?
Yeah. Let us know the answer.
Yeah,
Um,
hat or glove, maybe. Sweater.
half foam amp dyno coming.
So I'm not gonna hate. Thank you, thank you, Aaron Zook and DS18 for sending whatever the hell's in this box.
Yeah. So
Dick in a box.
J Bone the Punisher. You got to be more specific which half foam amp dyno you're talking about. But I don't like doing the half foam dynos because it's a resistive load.
Yeah.
So it's not like running half foam in a car. Half foam in a car is a reactive load. Subwoofers have reactance, and you don't stay at that impedance. When you do this on the amp dyno, it's resistive, and it is insanely rough because you're literally getting twice the current out that you are voltage. So you basically have to have an amplifier that's extremely overbuilt to handle that amount of current, or it's going to blow up.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so here's a bag. Looks like a bag of goodies here. Move that box out of the way. All right, so it's a DS18 bag. There we go, so people can see. Thank you again.
Thank you.
We need to get bags like these, guys. Come on, we can get on DS18's level.
Dave Alessio, I put the pics on Facebook. I mean, honestly, if anybody good with graphics, you should be able to grab those pics. They're high quality black and white pictures. You can grab them and just do a quick cut, trace, whatever, and make them. The few people that have emailed me, I sent out the vector files for the faces, and I've seen nobody do them because they're rough. They're very rough to cut and weed.
Oh, like our faces?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did a small handful of them that I
Yeah.
weeded myself, and I'm
Yeah,
like, they're awful to do. So
I really want one of me.
Well, so I had a local company make some. We just
Yeah.
did a basic print and cut. Well, it
Yeah.
turned out the guy forgot, is what he told us this week when we went back, because we forgot to go pick them up before Slamology. So we went back this week, and the guy's like, "Oh, I forgot to even do them." So supposedly they're in the works again.
Oh, cool.
And he's gonna call us at some point.
You
But,
gotta make sure that I get one of me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna want one. You really just need to do one.
I mean, it's whatever. If
I
they
just
want 'em,
want. I just want one for
I'm
me.
gonna do combo
I want to
combo
get
packs.
some for my kids.
Combo.
They like play at my face. Oh,
Of
and
Donnie?
they can put them all over my. They can put them all over the shit in Paige's bedroom.
Oh no!
Remember that guy?
Remember that guy?
Like I can get a special if you just want a bunch of your face. I'll go get like an extra 50 or
I'll
whatever.
just put them under her pillow.
Made it just
and-
your face. Have the kids just plaster them all over the house.
Oh,
You should
man.
have like one,
Sorry in advance, Paige.
one hidden Giovanni in your house.
All right, so all right. Here's what's in the box: a really large DS18 decal. That's huge.
I don't know what we're gonna do with that.
I don't know what we're gonna do with any of this. By the way, I'm gonna keep a lot of these decals and shit that we've received. I haven't put a bunch up because the possibility of the new building, and that means there'll be a new podcast.
The
room.
strong possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very strong. Pretty much. You know what? Not even gonna jinx ourselves. All right, so thank you, Aaron, for that. So we've got 3 lanyards here.
There's 3 of us. Look at that.
Like 3 lanyards. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Let's put this back in the box.
And real quick, ETA of the micros, as far as I know right now, is rough ETA is August, and the 65x4s are in that batch that we should be getting then. We have the 500s right now, so if you need a Sam 500, it's
Yeah.
available right now.
Oh my god, we're out of so much shit right now. It's insane.
The Sam 500 is currently the last monoblock amp we have.
Yeah. If you still need something mono-ish, you can always get the 5-channel amp. We've got plenty of those. That's 800 watts at the 5th channel. That's at 800 watts at 1 ohm. How do you open this shit? There we go. So we got a T-shirt here.
What size is it?
This one's a 3X.
Chevy Cash, Chavy Cash. If you don't have enough room to fit the subs you want to run different subs. Do not try and cram them in there. Like, to figure out what you can do for a box, how much space you have available, net volume, make sure it's net.
Here.
Then figure out what subs will work well in that. You will do better to do, say, 4 12s in proper volume than 5 12s in improper.
I think they're all 3X.
All 3X. That's cool.
Oh, this is an extra large. Okay. There's that one. They're all the same, I believe.
Sweet.
Thank you again, Aaron Zook. And,
Thank you.
DS18 has some more decals here. Oh,
Thank you
shit,
very
there's
much.
more. Hold on. Fucking license plate.
Oh, that's cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's actually embossed too.
Yeah.
It's actually stamped. Let me hold
Yeah,
that.
check it out.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, there's a... Hey,
I like that.
Donnie,
We're gonna have to get some
would
of
you
these
like to
made.
read this?
Authenticity.
would you like to read that?
Yeah, sure.
You're the reader over here.
Sundown After Dark, guys. Thanks for all the good times I've had representing your brand. I took so much pride and pleasure planning and installing personal big builds in my truck. I have been a hobbyist in audio since 1995 and loved every minute. Posting my videos on YouTube and social media were a very cool experience that got me noticed by a lot of large companies, and I was able to turn my hobby into a real career.
That's how you do it.
I owe a lot of that to you guys at Sundown because you were very supportive during my builds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one to need much advice, but your trade-in offers helped wonders. Even though my truck is void of Sundown audio, it is purely business. I have a great job at DS18 and am sponsored by them, so it just had to happen.
Understandable.
It was very hard pulling my equipment, but deep down, I will always remember my roots. Aaron Zook.
Well, thank you, Aaron.
We
Yep.
should keep this.
Cool.
Yeah, we will.
Good
Yeah.
meeting you at Slamology, Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron's come by here.
I
Back.
wish you good luck in your future with your career.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and
Yeah, I
if you want to get your foot in the door, you do what you have to do. And just so happened I work here, and that's kind of what I did. I just made myself known, and here I am. Derek did the same thing. Donnie was an awesome guy. He was a cousin.
I was a cousin. Nepotism.
Let me see that.
Nepotism doesn't exist here.
Again, folks, if you could get on the Sundown After Dark Facebook page. There's a link for this video that you're watching right now. It is a live video, and go ahead and post that on Facebook. Remember, make your share public. That way, I can go ahead and count you in on the running to get the pair of LCS 12s free.
I want to know what's going to be in our next box. I'm really excited because Rick It sounded like it was gonna be something funny.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that one when we get it. That'll be next week's show. I
Yeah.
guess Jake won't be here for that one either.
No,
So-
he's gone for 2 weeks.
So yeah, Jake needs a vacation, like
He
bad.
does.
Yes.
He badly needed a vacation.
I feel bad even asking.
That's why
him.
even some of the things that have been going on today, and people are like, it just mentioned about asking Jake, like, no, do not ask Jake. Do not bother him. Do
Right.
not contact him. Leave him alone. He's on vacation.
I totally did.
It will be fine. Do not.
Totally did. It was for a cigar.
Shame.
It was for a cigar. He was talking to us.
That's a little different.
started
that,
it.
that wasn't work
It wasn't
related.
work related. Work
Was
related.
not work
It was not
related.
work related.
I haven't asked him
That's
anything
We want
work-related.
Jake to
I
know
don't
the
plan to.
building's not
Do
on fire
not
every day.
ask him a single work related question. Don't do it.
I don't plan.
Leave
to.
him alone.
I don't plan. To.
Same with you people out there, YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Do not message Jake and
Just
ask him
leave the poor
work
guy
questions.
alone. I mean, in the middle, he had a baby recently. We're in the middle of trying to buy a building. We've got shit like
Our website's
Our-
down,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we can't
Our
receive
website's
emails.
all right, yeah,
The
we need to,
president's going crazy with tariffs.
yeah. All this
It's so
stuff, and
bad.
it's all like personal to him too. It's like, oh fuck you,
I
Jake.
remember, so the day before he left, I'm not going to see him for his birthday. For those of you that don't know, his birthday's next week, and I went in there. I know he was like, crazy fuming, and I was like, "What's up, man?" I kind of like rubbed his back. I was like, "It's going to be okay." I was like, "So what's wrong? What new happened?" He goes, "What's wrong?" He goes, "The everything."
Hey, you know what? I forgot. It is his birthday coming up, and you know what,
Yep,
folks?
yeah.
What better thing to do than to send Jake a bottle of scotch or whiskey or bourbon or something of the sort, and just put your name on it, and we'll mention you when he drinks it here. I guess it'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll do that show.
Yep.
So if you're interested, send it to us. Just shoot us a message or through the Facebook page. I'll get you the address if you don't know it. And if you're interested in sending Jake a birthday present, that'd be awesome because he needs it. He does so much for everybody else, especially on their birthday. Jake needs it.
Yeah.
So what better than the fans to send something for Jake? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right. Again, keep sharing this thing on our Facebook page.
Yeah, I got a question I want to answer before it disappears up here.
Yeah, what's that?
So the third era asks, what's the lowest impedance you rose up to on a burp on a Sundown amp and what amp? So the lowest reactive load I've ever seen was with a SCV 7500, and I was wired to 0.17,
Ooh.
and it was a 0.48 reactive load. And we gave that amp absolute hell. We didn't even roll it. No knob or anything to roll.
Just
Just
burp.
straight unpause, burp, blast it. And
Now,
it-
if you
it handled-
roll, will your impedance rise more, or does that not matter?
no, it'll be the
all right.
same. Yeah. It's just sometimes you can,
That's a little sketchy.
when you're at a super low impedance, sometimes the roll won't trigger the protection. Because when you unpause, you just do a flat, just bomb. Like it just
and the-
dumps
and
the
the
current
amp goes,
instantly.
"Oh."
So sometimes when you do a roll between a slight voltage drop that'll hold that current back a little bit to
Yeah.
not trigger the protect mode, you can get away with it that way. Just basically it. Yeah, but we get the amp. The amp didn't care. No fucks given.
That's awesome.
We were getting, God, what was it? It was like 160 amps of AC output from an SCV 7500. And I mean, if you know what I'm saying, that's a ton. So
Mhm.
it's a lot.
Let's see. Seed Waffine asks, does the Z still have the flattest response? I'm going to say most likely not. I really don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to say it's probably going to be our SD3 or it's going to be the NSV4s.
If he's asking about Z's, he's probably asking about the bigger subs. He ain't
Yeah,
worried
so
about the
it's going to be
SDs.
NSV4s are going to have a little flatter response. It's got a little stiffer spider too.
Yeah. If somebody wants a big sub and you're worried about SQ, X. Go X.
Yeah.
X's are great. For me, the Nightshades, they have a ton of motor force. And so if you're worried more about sound quality, go with the lowest of our big subs. Get the X. And I'm not a sound quality guy. The boxes we recommend are typically the big boomy boxes because
Right.
everyone wants to smash the lows.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to hold back on volume a little bit in port area.
They
And,
they do work in sealed if you really want to do that.
You can get great sound quality.
You'll
out of
get
those.
you'll get a lot more. You'll get a flatter, broader bandwidth if you do sealed, obviously, but you're going to lose a lot of output. Which if you're doing true SQ, output's not really a thing anyway.
Yeah, Nate Young right above him. Let's see. What enclosure type do you recommend for NSV4s? Ported. Almost every one of our subs, except the SD line, I recommend sealed.
Yeah.
Every other subwoofer we do, you're going to want to go ported because
Yeah.
everybody wants boom bass.
If
They
you
want
got-
the big boom.
If you
Ported is what's going to get you that.
if you want to do 4 or more, try to do a fourth order wall. That's you're going to get your most out of that. Which we said in a lot of those over during Slam. So let's get back to talking about Slamology. So I did a walk around video. I did a whole walk around video. I did that live on YouTube. So same channel you guys are watching this on. I got more views on that than I do a normal podcast, by the way. And that was cool. It tells me what I need to do, right, Derek? Not a podcast.
The people love what they love.
So,
Were you in your right mind?
I was starting to come back
Yeah,
to my
you
right
never
mind.
you never talked about
We'll talk
your
about that here in a minute.
Saturday morning experience.
So anyway,
That was
I did a walk, and I had
Which I was
got
going to lead when you get to that, I was going to lead into another special box that we got
Okay.
at the show.
Really? I didn't know.
You didn't know about that?
I didn't know about
Oh.
that.
I
Okay.
thought you knew about that.
Box of
Brian
dicks.
knows about that, don't you?
I think you told me yesterday. Yeah, that one. All right, so
Sticks, right?
we just won't say names. we just won't say names. That's all.
No.
So anyway, I did a walk around video, and I had this new microphone I had for my phone, and apparently the microphone was, I thought it was shitty. Apparently it was so good it was picking up nothing but fart sounds. It was like, oh, it just sounds like a fart. Because again, when you're at Slam, it's just like bass all day long every day. So yeah, once I took the mic out, people can actually hear me talk.
I got something I want to share too, but never
What's
mind. Sorry. I'll wait until you're done.
I was just talking about if you watch that video, half the video is with the microphone, and the other half is with me when I pulled it out, and you can actually hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool video. Basically, I start at our booth and I end at our booth. So I didn't go down to where the cars were, the classic cars, but I did do like all the demo area, and I showed where the lanes were, and I showed all the vendor spots and everything.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So if you guys want to know what Slamology is like, and maybe we want to go next year, it's usually set up pretty similar to that every year. So check out that video.
What product is good for smashing 80 to 200 hertz? Well, that's a mid-range, so you're going to want to go Neo-Pro.
Check out that new Vex 10 when it comes out. That'll be the speaker
Yeah.
to use.
And in a way, I wish we still had the Neo-Pro 10s because the 10s were awesome.
Yeah,
Obviously, they were slightly
Dude,
pricey,
The punch
and people didn't get them as much,
Felt
but
them in
they
your
were so
chest.
worth it. Like, people just think the stuff's expensive to be expensive. No, it's expensive because it's freaking worth it. That's just like our subs, our ZV5s,
Yeah, you
and
get what you pay
Nightshades.
for.
They're not cheap, but they're so worth it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Saturday morning.
Oh, jeez. Well, wait. Before you go down the dark alley that is Saturday morning, I want to say that Bruce EXO came to
Yes, he did.
Slamology, and that was really cool. You know, I wouldn't call myself like a super fan. Like some people are like super fans, but when I was learning things, and
Somebody
I'm still
tag
learning,
Bruce in this. Somebody tag Bruce.
when I was still learning in the office, I would watch his videos trying to figure stuff out because it was kind of cool. They're like, I told him they're like training modules for me.
Yeah.
You know, and he said he's going to try to make it on the show. So I know that people like
He wants
him.
to do a whole
There's a
thing,
lot-
probably a little bit with Derek and a little bit with us, and he's going to do his own videos at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to find a good time to do
Hopefully
it.
we can do that when we have the new building.
That would
That'd
be
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm really anxious. I don't think we'll have the move fully done, but we'll at least have the building and have started the move by
Yeah.
Sundown show
Yeah.
because we always do a Friday night party
Yep.
at
Well, we're gonna do
The shop
We're gonna do an 8-hour podcast
for Sundown show,
a live 8-hour podcast.
and we have to do this at the new building.
yes.
It has to be no demos. There will be no competition. We can't do it in the location the new building's at. It has no demos. There cannot be any loud noise, but we can totally have a party, and it's going to be awesome.
That's like beer everywhere now. Is there any more beer?
And
In the
thanks,
refrigerator.
Oh.
thanks, Kendrell. I love the paint too. I knew you would love it, but I couldn't. Very few people knew ahead of time. Even most of these guys, like I don't think y'all knew. Y'all didn't know what color I was going. I kept it a secret from like almost everybody until it happened. And even that last week, because I had done that the weekend before Slamology, and I had to keep it a secret the whole week. Even I was still shooting videos and doing everything I could to not get it in any videos and show anybody. It was so hard.
It looks pretty cool.
Actually, you know what? For those that haven't seen it, I'm gonna try to find a picture of our wrapped F650. Since last time we did a show, we couldn't talk about it.
Does my truck still have tire cleaner in the carpet? Yes, it does, and it stinks so bad now. So on the way to Slamology, I had cleaning products in a bucket in the floorboard of Project SPL.
Yeah.
And somehow the tire shine came out, fell over, broke open, and dumped an entire bottle of tire shine on my driver's side floorboard.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't realize till we got there and started cleaning everything out because we had all the chairs, everything was in the cab.
Yeah.
And we cleaned everything out. It's like, oh my God. And I just touched it like, it's the tire cleaner. And it's still
Everything's
there.
shiny.
It's still sopping wet. I'm trying to leave the door open, hoping it'll just dry out, but it's not. It's like just pure grease and oil.
Yummy.
The carpet is still flooded. I don't even know what to do at this point. I might have to actually rip all that carpet up and redo it.
Just keep talking, guys. I had a important message come through.
Yeah. XV1s were peaky, ZV1s 4s were flat. XV1s being peaky comes out of the box. The boxes we recommend, yes, they're big boxes. They're going to be boomy. They're meant to be that way. They're going to be peaky. You put your X's in a small box, or what's going to seem tiny for X's, you're going to get better overall, flatter response. Anyway,
let's talk about Saturday morning. So we were at Slamology. Okay, so I roomed with. Well, shit, I'm not going to say names. Okay, so the person which I roomed with. First off, my shoulder's really messed up and my back's messed up, and I knew I was like, look, I need to. I don't want to take a bunch of painkillers.
You took some medication.
Yeah, so I don't want to take painkillers. I'm not into that.
For it.
And I didn't want to walk around the show in agony. So I was like, you know what?
Feel good medicine.
You took some medication.
The particular person I was next to.
We'll call him a doctor.
Sure. He had a specific type of thing that you eat.
Medication.
You eat it.
It was a medication.
The gummy
some
bear.
medical candies.
They come in a gummy bear. Okay.
Right, it was a medication.
Actually, it was
no, that wasn't the bear.
It was a gummy worm.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It was a medication.
All right.
The gummy bears came later.
This is so bad.
Because I've had them before, and they really help with my pain, and I don't get loopy. We'll say that word. I don't get all loopy or nothing. I feel just fine. Everything's great. This particular one that I had, nobody told me originally, was 4 times stronger than anyone I've ever had before. And I ate the whole damn thing. So that was
4 breakfasts.
Yeah, that was first. That was first thing in the morning when I ate that. So we went to Hardee's real quick before we went to the show. So we went to Hardee's to eat breakfast, and I started feeling a little funny. I was like, okay, this is normal, whatever. I've had them before. I just need to get some food in my system. I'll be fine. All right. Man. So it's only maybe a 10. It's only maybe
your system doesn't help with this.
It's only maybe a 10-minute drive from the Hardee's to the track where the show was. So and I'm the one who usually drives when it's just me, Jake, or me, Jake, and Donnie, or whoever. It was me, Jake, Donnie, and Donnie's wife. So I'm driving, and all of a sudden it goes. I'm like, oh no. I immediately pull over, and I'm like, guys, I can't do this. I can't drive. We had like 5 minutes left in our drive, maybe. And so Donnie takes the wheel and immediately gets pulled over, like within a minute of driving, because he was speeding. And Donnie never speeds.
I never speed. It was a fluke.
And I've never seen somebody so shaky when they're talking to a cop. That's the reason why you didn't get a ticket, right? Because you were so nervous. I thought you were going to be. I thought you were going to be that nervous guy where he's like, "Oh, this guy might be on something." No, he can see the fear in your eyes.
Oh.
Did not give you a ticket. And I'm the dude, if you ever seen Super Troopers where the dude's in the back and he's like, Schnozberry's taking like stuff. That was me.
Yeah.
Completely in the clouds. Yeah. I was in the clouds for 4 hours Saturday morning. Okay.
Well, yeah, I remember y'all got to the track and I had to move my truck real quick and Donnie pulled in and everybody got out. And I went and parked my truck and I came back and we had opened the hatch of the Beamer to show everything off. And I was walking by and I looked. I'm like, is Brian still sitting in there? And Brian was just sitting in there. If y'all can see my camera, he's just like frozen, just like sitting there. He's just frozen, just staring forward and not moving. And it's like, what's up with Brian? And then somebody's like, oh yeah, he did some of that this morning. And it was like, oh,
yep. So
I know that look.
I will not be taking those anymore. At least anything that strong. That's ridiculous.
Well, it was hilarious because like there was a point where like you couldn't even handle
No.
social interaction.
I couldn't.
You like sat in the corner, and I remember somebody wanted a demo with a van,
Right.
and I was trying to scramble to find somebody that had like figure out what to do because I don't know what to do. And you were just in the corner. I was like, "Hey, can you help me with this?" And Brian's like, "No, I can't do anything at all. Anything."
I walked away. I walked away from the booth because there's people kept talking to me and just like the converse. I mean, that's what you're
The
supposed to.
look at your face was
Yeah.
hilarious.
When you're in a booth, that's what you do. You talk to the customers that come up and ask questions. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all.
For some reason, like, the look on your face was just pure terror. Like someone was asking about Sundown After Dark, and all I could picture is you seeing them be like, "This is the one ring that you have to take to Mordor." Like it wasn't. Nothing was registering. It was hilarious.
I kept up
Medication.
with the conversations, but I apologize for anybody who talked to me Saturday morning.
Our average watch time just went up.
Yeah,
Like,
I was not in
just
the right state
doubled.
of mind. Again,
I don't do this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not big on anything like that.
Me
I don't
neither.
I don't even like even with some of the medical issues I have. I hate taking medicines. I hate taking painkillers. I have some sciatica back issues, and I take nothing for it. I'd rather deal with it. But I know a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
And I'm always around people that do. And so many times somebody's has done some stuff like that, and then I know the look. At this point, it's just like when I see it, I'm like, oh, you got the look.
So
And then
Charlie Senior says it sounds like the peanut butter balls from New Year's. Very similar situation. Similar situation.
Probably worse than peanut butter balls.
No, the peanut butter balls are worse
You think?
because the amount that I ate, I didn't know any better.
Uh,
Yeah, this was just like one thing. And we're good.
I don't think peanut butter balls are worse.
They were for me.
You were pretty bad at Slamology.
I was.
No comment.
That's because of you had all the cars and everybody's system running at the same time. You had all this shit going on around me. I had to do basically I had to get cleaner and just detail the car for like an hour.
Yeah.
just to be
There was a
by
while
myself.
you were just like cleaning one spot just over and over again, and Kaylee was like, "What is Brian doing?"
Yeah, this
Like,
ain't
making
Charles.
himself
That's
useful.
Charlie.
Charlie, okay,
That's little Charlie.
So anyway, that's what happened on Saturday. So I had a good time, but I don't remember much of Saturday morning. However, the afternoon was just fine. We had a great day. We did a live show in the parking lot. At first, I did it on the Facebook page, Sundown After Dark Facebook page, and then I did it one just on my personal Facebook page.
We met some really cool people too. I can't
Oh, yeah.
remember the. It was a dealer, right? That guy, and
Steve
his
Labello?
kid. No. That was there for the second
Oh,
live
that's
part.
I think it's like Joel something or other. I forget his name.
I can't remember his name. He
Well,
was
there
there
was
with
a
his
couple.
son and his wife,
Yeah, there was a couple fans.
and
he was on when we started the video, the live video. He was in it.
I can't remember his name, and I feel really bad, and I'm sorry if you're watching.
Dude, sometimes it's hard. I remember faces. I just
Yeah.
don't remember names. Or, you see people on social media. You see a name, you recognize a name, but then you finally get to put a face to it when
Yeah.
you go to a show.
Sometimes it's difficult.
That's a cool
Unfortunately,
thing.
my memory sucks. So
Yeah.
I met so many people at Slamology, and they came up and talked to me and told me their name, and I'm just like,
Derek,
unfortunately,
you have
I will never remember
you
this.
have to tell the story of the guy that you signed his shirt. You have to. That's
All right, it's a pretty short story. It
I
was
thought
it was
it was
right at
really
the
funny.
It was right at the end. It was on Sunday. We were already loaded up and getting ready to leave, and this really young kid, he just randomly just comes out of nowhere right up to me like, "Hey man, will you sign my shirt?" Sure, dude. And he's like, "Okay, you need to sign it to Derek from Derek." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. I get it. It's a little catchy." I'm like, "All right, cool. How do you spell yours?" Like, obviously I know how to spell mine, whatever. He spelled his different, Drek. but it's so difficult signing because he had a Sharpie. He already had one in his hand ready to go, a silver Sharpie,
Ready.
signing on a black shirt, which is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Then I'm trying to sign it while he's wearing it, which is another level of difficulty.
You gotta take that off. Put a hard surface.
Yeah, so now, and I'm signing on his right shoulder, on the back of his shoulder, and it's like I'm trying to hold the shirt still and tight, and while he's trying to stay still, while I'm trying to sign with a Sharpie on a T-shirt, and then I print, the to and his name and from, and then I'm trying to do my
Did you put
signature.
hearts on there and XO and XO?
I didn't, and so I basically I just signed my first name real, and I'm like trying to go real slow and easy, and I can't plant my hand on it, so it's like really difficult. And I was like, dude, do you need my last name too? Because I didn't want to do it. It's like this is really hard to do.
Oh, J Bone says he talked to me while I was sitting back there in that chair. Well, buddy, that was yeah.
So you have the one ring.
I don't remember what we talked about, but he says I helped him apparently. All that great knowledge just spewing out of my head.
Oh my gosh, that's
I remember.
too good.
You know who else I met while I was on?
The medication.
I met Dennis from freaking Sweden. That dude, the dude that does all the cool carbon fiber cones.
Guy.
Yeah. I
I
met
remember
him.
his whole name.
Met that guy.
Yep, he was there. That was cool.
Wish I was, in the right state of mind so I could talk to him more. Oh well. We had a
You
good
probably
time.
thought he was like Santa Claus or something.
He's a cool dude. He's really tall.
It's funny he says brain. Brain, I talked to you.
Oh, I got a funny story about Brain. When I was 17, my sister lived in Maine, and she got me a plane ticket to come up during what the hell's it called? Spring break. I was still in high school. She's like, "All right, you're gonna
So
come
when
up."
you got the tattoo.
Yeah, so when I got my tattoo.
Yeah, I remember that.
The crazy tattoo
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Anyway, she got me a plane ticket and spelled my name first off with an I, which is wrong. It's with a Y, and switch it around so it was Brain. So it was Brain Chamberlain. And I had the hardest fucking time getting on that plane because this was after 9/11, so everything was like super,
You got to match up your ID and
Dude,
everything.
I got on the plane, thank God, but man, that was a pain in the ass. I remember that. I gave her so much shit for so many years for calling me Brain. All right, so
Yep. I had to chuckle at that one, Charlie.
what's that?
I give people the blank stare.
Oh yeah, they ask a question.
I tried not to. It's
Well, now that you're Mr. Famous, you got
it's
to be
just
all
my face.
nice.
It's almost inevitable. I can't avoid it. It just happens.
It's a little scary.
Is it a good idea or a bad idea when your low pass filter all the way up so that your sub can play 250 hertz?
Why would you want your sub to play 250
it's going to
hertz?
sound like pure ass.
Don't do that.
Honestly,
That's mid bass.
anything above 80 hertz starts to sound really shitty because you get vocals in there then, and it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't even like playing my subs
Bad idea.
that high. Like, honestly, to me, and SQ guys are going to argue, like, man, I'm trying to have like a 40 to 50 hertz cap on my sub stage.
Yeah.
Or other than that, go up to a strong mid bass.
Yeah, me personally,
and let them play low if you need to fill that gap.
I set low pass at 80 hertz. It's what I've always done all my life. Unless I'm doing like an X or Z where it's like a super low frequency woofer like that, I'll maybe bring it down to 60 hertz on my low pass.
That's where things like the Neo Pro 10s that I loved, they are so solid playing down there.
Super punchy.
Awesome mid bass. They'll do it. All right, so I'm gonna get on a rant. Nowadays, people want cheap, and they want loud, and they want these screaming speakers.
Yeah.
They're like, I just want them loud and cheap.
Sound like
and they
ass.
have zero mid bass, and they won't play low. And then if you're trying to fill that void, you're trying to take your subwoofers and play them up to shit like 250 hertz.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Buy good mid-range speakers that'll play lower and fill that gap.
Fill the gap, folks. That's what we're going to do. By the way, I haven't said this enough, I guess, apparently. Get on our Sundown After Dark Facebook page. Share this video. There's a link I posted. Share this video. Make sure that share is a public share. That way I can see it. So tomorrow I'll go ahead and do a raffle. Not a raffle. Is that a raffle? I'll just do
Is
a
that
run
how
in.
you're doing it?
No, not a raffle. I'm just going to do a random.org. So of all the people that have shared the video on Facebook, and whoever wins gets a pair of LCS 12 dual 4 ohm.
It's kind of a raffle.
I guess.
So, Kendrell, I hate strapping amps. I will tell anybody and everybody, never strap amps.
Yep.
Strapping amps should always be a last option. If you can do it any other way, do it separate. Don't strap amps if you have to. Strapping amps is there only if people need to get more power on a single coil, or a single sub. Don't do it just to do it. Even for wiring options, avoid it any way possible.
All right, let's see. Just people just talking bullshit here. How many Vex 10s
Did we ever
are
get the
gonna go?
answer about the Nightmare on Elm Street thing?
I never saw it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I don't know that.
You're gonna have to Google
You're
it
supposed
later.
to know that answer anyway, Donnie.
I
Is there any more
There,
beer?
there are zero
shipping.
Vex 10s going on Project SPL. Instead, I have something way better,
Thomas drank all your beer, by the way.
and that will be coming soon.
'cause, well, when I was testing, he came over like he was trying to do something secret, and he just looked in the refrigerator. And he's like, "All right.
At one point, he came up. He was like, "Hey, Brian, do you want a beer?"
He goes. He just. I see him take out 2 beers. He's like, I guess I'll take 2 of these.
Well, I got the
Just walked
beer
away.
on Wednesday because I thought we were going to record a show Wednesday, but Jake's schedule just didn't work out. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just leave the beer in there for Friday. I mean, I don't care if people have a couple, but there is one left, and that was the one I just drank. So thanks, Thomas.
Yeah.
I've drank enough of his beer over the years. We're fine.
And Ed, I totally agree. Like, there's no need to strap amps nowadays. Amps are so big. Like, strapping amps was huge way, way, way back when basically some of the biggest amps you had were like 1,000-watt amps. So in order to get plenty of power to your subwoofers, when subwoofers started getting bigger and able to handle more power, you had to get some of these 1,000-watt amps and strap them per coil. And then the quad coil subs came out, so you could have 8 amps on one damn sub. Nowadays, it's just not needed. It's not necessary.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
So this liquor right here, what is it called? It's called
Dutch Get
Bourbon
to the
Whiskey.
Chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah, Jake gave me a bottle of that for my birthday, which was a few weeks ago.
It's
And-
rough. It makes you go, wow, 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 when you drink it.
Get to the chopper now.
I'm just gonna have a little bit. I'm not. I turned the fuck up last night.
Have you
and I
tried that,
definitely don't
Derek?
No, I'm not my thing.
It's nobody. It's really nobody.
Yeah, I turned up.
Like, nobody should try that.
I turned up way too hard last night, didn't I, Derek?
Yeah.
Got me talking to
Donnie was
women and
already,
everything.
Or not Donnie. Brian was, I got to the bar and Brian was already fucking going.
medication.
And that was alcohol. We're good. We're good to say
I know.
that.
I'm
Some of
just messing
grandma's
with you.
medication.
I'm just
I
messing
don't.
with
Yeah,
you.
I have to
Sipping on
say.
that.
So here's the funny thing. Since I've become separated, I've noticed I'm a little more carefree.
Yeah,
I'm a little more risky.
I would say so.
I'm not. I don't have somebody to ground me, to pull me back down. So I just.
Yeah.
I'll drink more. I've never been a drinker like by myself. I've always been a
My
social
old saying
drinker.
was always, "What am I going to do? Get in more trouble? If the
Right.
wife's already mad at you, you're going to be more mad at me. You're already
Right?
mad at me."
And that works
like,
sometimes. But
I like that
it's just
philosophy.
like
if you're already mad at me, I'm just going to go do what I want now. Like,
it's just like.
what's
But
the downside?
now I've got nothing to worry about except for my own life. I'm not going to risk that.
Yeah.
But I'm going out more. I'm staying up later. I'm 32 and it hurts.
All right. Later, third era.
All right. I'll catch you guys later. All right, buddy. I wonder who that is. I don't remember. I know who that is, but I forget his name.
We don't have any exact dates, only just rough estimates, which could be as soon as next month.
Holy shit, Donnie.
As far as the new building goes, could be as soon
Is
as
that-
next month,
I don't want.
No.
and I'm hoping for it as soon as possible. It's the thing with buying a house. Everyone, assume if you've ever done anything, buying a house, whatever, it's kind of a pain sometimes, takes a little time.
Yeah.
Buying a very huge multi-million-dollar property is
It's going to take
exponentially
months.
worse. The move
Derek,
alone is
you
going to take
remember when we
months.
moved from Trotman
Totally.
here?
Oh,
That-
hell yeah.
That took...
I never want to do that again, and unfortunately,
and
we're about to have to do that.
There was less of us
times
working, and we
100.
had a lot less equipment in general.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be such a mess.
Yeah, we had whatever it was, like
Thankfully...
20,000 square feet over there.
thankfully,
We
this-
moved here, and now we have almost 100,000 square feet
And the new
of
one
stuff we got to move.
Is 150, 170
It's
square foot?
170, 176,
Which is
177.
bigger than a super Walmart, by the way.
It's massive. It is so massive.
So, what was I going to say? Fucking don't remember. Oh, this new building is like ready for us for the most part. When we moved in this building we're in now, we had to rewire things because there was,
Yeah, somebody got in here and
Yeah.
stole a bunch of the copper wiring out. We had to completely redo that.
there was full of furniture because it's an
Yeah,
old furniture factory just
the
shut
roof
down.
had to get redone. We had leaks everywhere. There was a lot of cleanup had to be done to get in here and get
Oh,
things
it's Ed Lester.
cleaned up and cleaned out.
Ed, I think it's Ed Lester. He says it's Ed. So I
Showtime
think,
SPL. Yeah, that's Ed.
yeah, cool. Yeah, we talked actually. The Sun and After Dark Facebook live video I did. I had Ed on there. That's the one, Donnie, where you're like, "Well, when you got on, we had less views." Remember that?
No.
Anyway, Ed's got some pretty cool shit.
Third era isn't Ed Lester.
Is it
Showtime
not?
SPL is Ed Lester. I don't. There's not got to be another Ed.
Hey Ed.
Oh yeah, Showtime. yeah, Showtime is which is not Showtime anymore. But anyway, he's talking about coming up this way and possibly doing a show too. He's got some pretty cool stuff, by the way.
Yeah. Sparked Innovations.
Yeah, Sparked Innovations.
His YouTube, and I think he still has the Facebook page, But his YouTube is still Showtime SPL. But yeah, he's got the new business, Spartan Innovations, tons of
Doing some pretty
really
cool stuff.
cool. I want to call them gadgets, but gadget seems like I'm downplaying it when I call it that. But you're really, yeah, super cool stuff.
Basically,
coming out.
they're impedance switchers. Pretty cool impedance switchers.
Yeah. Well, even some of the switches that
A
you
lot
like
of eds.
You can say gadgets. Say gadgets.
I don't know.
Accessories.
Gadget sounds like I'm downplaying how
he
how
called them
cool
accessories.
they are. But yeah, he's got the relay systems that go back and
Inspector
forth. He's got the
Gadget.
switching systems.
Yeah.
Ed's got a lot of cool shit. Go look at his channel. Look at some of his videos. He's got a bunch of cool stuff.
Hopefully he'll come down here. Actually, he was talking.
Ed has a laser.
lasers.
I've seen it in the video.
He
Go
was
look at it. Anybody's got a laser and can just laser things.
He was in talks
That's
with
pretty cool.
EXO. They talk a lot, and I think if they come, they may come at the same time that same day.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know that guy. Was that the guy that was the guy that had the build that had all the Greek eyes?
Oh, it was.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there. That was.
Okay, yeah, we talked to him briefly.
Yep, that was him.
I don't think he has anything to do with that build.
No.
But
But
that
he was
was
just
a
there.
really cool build. As I like the Greek eyes, they were just like hanging all over the enclosure. I was like, man, that's like the luckiest system
Yep.
in car.
So let's talk anything more about Slam we want to talk about. We did really well sales wise on Saturday. We sold a shit ton of shirts and merchandise.
Yeah, t-shirts slinging.
Thanks to
Slinging like
Donnie
crack
and his
dealers.
wife and God, what's his name?
Matt.
We had Mike.
Matt,
yeah.
or Mike Gilmore.
Mike and his girl Jordan.
Yep.
No, Mike Snyder.
Snyder.
I thought
Yes.
it was Gilmore. My
Nope.
bad.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
a different guy.
Oh,
And
Sorry,
yeah,
Matt.
they meet us at Slam. They'll come to our show too sometimes. We also saw them in.
Charlie, yes, the
Alabama.
new place is in Newton, but it's literally like 5 minutes up the road.
Yeah, closer to Faux 777. Our
Yeah, it
favorite
is
eating place.
damn near right around the corner. It's not that far.
Right. So yeah, when we guess hell, we might have to get some internship going on when we start moving. Dude, and we're gonna be moving in dead of
We-
summer too. Oh my god.
I mean, I got some ideas. I got some plans because last time we did the move, obviously we had so much product, we had to use some big trucks.
Yep.
And we had some different ways we tried to do that. One being FedEx, that we tried to get FedEx to not just do a basic LTL move where they go back to the hub.
Yeah.
We tried to do an actual pickup and go straight to our
Yeah.
location, and they never do that. We managed to arrange that, but then one of the last loads, while we stopped, I don't know, some communication failed. So they did some where they literally went building to building. Cool. Then they came and they picked up a bunch of stuff that we loaded a whole FedEx truck. And they have shorter trucks. I think there's like 42s or whatever. We loaded an entire truck of our stuff, and they didn't take it straight to our new building. They took it back to the hub and unloaded, and we floor loaded this stuff too. This wasn't on pallets.
Yeah.
And they took it back, and then they had to hand unload it all, and then shit went missing, and our stuff disappeared for weeks.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're like, hey, what happened to our stuff? They're like, yeah, it's just sitting at a random hub somewhere. And then no one even knew where our stuff went. And we finally was able to track it down. They hand loaded it back.
Dude,
all of our stuff didn't even
imagine-
show up.
imagine
we got
what
stuff that
they-
wasn't even ours. Like they were just going through their hub,
Imagine
like
what went through
random
their
stuff,
minds
put
when
it
they,
in the
when
truck,
they
take
open
it
that
to 'em.
door and it's just there's no pallets. It's just shit all over the
Oh yeah,
place.
dude, and it was
Close
like
the door.
it was like it was some of the straggler
Not
things.
today,
So there was
Isis.
like
Hey, John
half
Holte.
pallets of plywood and tools and all the wood shop
Yeah.
stuff that we just by hand just
It was
throw
just
it in
random
the back
shit.
of the truck.
I remember that load.
All that got drug out. We still to this day, I don't think we got all of our stuff back. We just kind of had to. We just
Yeah.
lost. It was like nobody even knew what to do after this because the type of loads they were hauling for us, they weren't even supposed to do.
Worst comes to worst.
and it ended up being a complete cluster.
So we will not do that.
I bet you we can rent trailers and just have like Chris come up and load and unload them for us.
Well, that's actually what I'm going to look at doing. I'm going to try and find a minimum 2 private drivers, owner operators that can take pretty much a week and come up. And we want to be able to have 2 trucks, one load, go. So while one's unloading there, we're loading one here, and we just got 2
It
trucks.
sounds like you want to do
nonstop
this in like a 1 or 2
going
days.
back and forth. And we,
I'm
gonna be prepared.
Okay.
I'm going to be
Alright.
prepared. We're going to have the product ready to go. We got the pallet wrapper. We're going to be
Well, I guess-
rolling.
In all honesty, because we're
Power wrapper's
we're
cool.
probably gonna move the company in waves, like office first.
Oh, totally.
Build list second, or build.
We already know
station second. Yeah.
we've got to finalize everything. We've got to
Oh, wow.
we've got to procure the building. It's ours.
Yeah.
the first thing's got to happen is get some guys in there, get it set up. So as far as the basics, electrical, phone, internet, get all that set up and going.
Yep.
And then we're going to come
Get
in
that security system
essentially one weekend on our own. We're going to come in. Everybody's going to have to. Everybody pick your own office, consolidate all your stuff, get it easy to move. We're going to grab one office, load stuff up. Another office, so we can keep the individual offices separate with all the stuff. Take it to the new building, unload it. All that will happen in one weekend. So, like, you guys work in the office. Friday, you'll work here. Monday, you'll show up in the new building. All your stuff's there, ready to go.
Boom.
I want
Ready.
a new-
You just show up and
I want a new
reorganize
desk,
your
though.
stuff.
I want a new
Hey, you
desk.
know what, Donnie? Maybe we'll get you a new
And I
desk.
can tell you what's cool. So in this new building, there's no joke. There's like 200 offices in this building.
You get an office
So
for every situation.
The newest office space, which is awesome. You see it, your jaw will hit the floor, and you'll be like, "Oh my god!" But the old part of the building, there's just hallways of offices, and there's still all kinds of desks and filing cabinets and just office stuff that's still there. It's everywhere. So you can just walk through this place and be like, "Hey, I like that desk. Let me get that
That's
one."
what we did here.
My mom told me she's going to take an office, I guess.
All right.
She's going to do like a CPR. My mom does CPR certifications. And I guess Jake's going to let her do CPR
Hey,
certifications.
the
There you
new
go.
building
Out
has
of
a like a doctor's office, like a nurse's
Whoa.
office.
Oh, hell
It's got a
yeah.
whole medical like.
Dude, can we
Whoa.
make this our bunker for when she hits the fan too? Let's have a doctor's and dentist's office in there, and we need a place for when she hits the fan because
And
it's
then
going to happen.
I think I told y'all. You know, like,
robots and shit.
when we moved into this building, we find out it had the boiler room, which
Yep.
was the spookiest shit I'd ever seen. This one had it's 100 times worse. It has a boiler room. It's way bigger, and we opened the door and I just went, "Nope." Shut that back. Get the fuck-
That's
let's
where
get
I'm going
away.
to end up. So they're going to get me a new desk.
with the new,
Then they're going to put it in the boiler room.
We're gonna
Like,
take
here's
your
your new
stapler
desk,
away.
Donnie. It's going to be in a box. I'm even going to have to put it together.
Yeah,
we're
and
gonna
then-
take your stapler
Then there's
away every day.
another. Besides the boiler room, there's another. There's like these weird electrical corridors that a bunch of the electrical random stuff goes to, and they're not so. They're kind of creepy, but not so creepy. But then there's a whole random one. It's just like the boiler room. It's just this creepy ass back fucking out of nowhere nook that comes out the back of the building. You never find it except you go through the maze and you just pop through this door like, oh, what is this? And it's just random electrical conduits coming from everywhere. And I don't think any of it even works. And then it looks like something out of a horror flick. And there's a random
It's for all the dirty
office
business, Derek. It's
in
where
this
dirty business
room
happens.
that just has a sink. It's just a big office and a sink. Like, oh, so this is where they kill people and then clean up afterwards.
It's going to be Donnie's bathroom.
It's not a bathroom. There's no toilet. There's nothing. It's just a
Yeah,
huge
Donnie's
office
ba-
with only a
Did you say
there was-
sink
Did you say
inside
it
of
was
it.
like a set of bathrooms that looks like it came straight out of the 60s or some shit? Like the bathrooms are like all yellow or whatever?
No, it don't even look
Or
like
it
that.
looked rough.
It looks like just some homemade shit somebody made out of some plywood in a cinder block shack.
Sweet.
You know what? I want to say anything's better than this building, but this building is a fantastic building. It's just not set up for what we need.
It's a very old building, and it's had its wear and tear. We need
and
something
we're a growing
updated.
company, and we need better things. So,
I'm going to miss the smoke room because
don't worry, we're gonna make a new smoke room.
yeah, but I have fond memories of this.
We're gonna have to
room.
get a new
We,
painting,
we will
Charlie.
always have the memories.
Yeah, I suppose so.
See,
we just
Charlie
gotta
Dickerson,
make
we're gonna have to
new
get a new
memories.
painting. I know you're watching. So, but hey, maybe
We can
the,
take it with us.
the next podcast room
Chisel it out.
will be bigger. You know, we can have like chill out. We can have different
Can we?
segments.
Can we
Team
say
Neo
it? Can we say
15?
that, Charles?
Hmm?
No, never mind. No. Never mind.
Robert Contreras, if you got a Team Neo 15 coming, Dave should have been the one that built it. I don't remember the whole thing, but if somebody built that, it would have been Dave.
What's that?
His Team Neo.
Oh.
I think I do remember there was
Wasn't
one getting
Thomas
built.
Oh, what's the name here?
Thomas is building U15s last I know. I
Where-
think he's
where-
on
where do you see
ZB5s now. It's midway up. He's got a big blobs yellow smiley face.
Blob.
Waiting for my Team Neo 15
Okay.
delivery today. Who built it, or is it a crew? No,
Well, it's
'cause
just gonna be one
all
person.
the single custom stuff lately. Dave's been building almost all of them.
Right. I don't know that name. I wonder. He must have got it through a dealer.
I'm pretty sure
I
that was a JP order.
guess. Okay.
Yeah, it was a custom order through JP. through Down for Sound.
Team Series woofers in general we're running extremely low on. Actually, we have no more Team Neo motors. They're gone. Team Neo is done. So Team Neos are discontinued now. Team
story,
Ferrite.
Right
story
now.
about that. So Nick, Stereo Integrity,
Mm-hmm.
works out the same building. Nick needed 2 more Team Neo motors.
Yep.
And he was spazzing today. He's like, "Oh my god,
He
I
came
gotta
to my
have,
office,
I gotta
too.
have 2 more. I can't find 2 more." And it just so happened, I'm like, I got you, Nick. I know where at least one more is, and when we went to go find it, we found another one. There was 2.
Perfect. And the thing is, his
how it will
customers are
rest.
so nitpicky about shit. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's a used motor." He's gonna have to clean the hell out of that motor. Hopefully, it's
Well,
not scratched up.
I
or
came on
anything.
with that, but
Yeah. Anyway,
I found in 2 motors.
so the Team Neo series is discontinued now, and the Team Ferrite version 2, we've got a handful left. So if you're wanting to order a Ferrite version 2, you better get on it because they're almost gone. Next thing coming out is going to be the version 3. That's not going to be Ferrite. That's going to be like the Nightshade, where it's a Neo radial design. No ETA. I can't tell you anything. Like, we get that question all the time. I don't have an ETA. We got so much shit going on right now that it's just not happening right now.
Is the place we're at haunted? Oh, you damn right. This place is
Oh,
haunted.
Yes.
this place?
If
Yeah.
you've ever been here
Yes.
late at night,
In this
it is
room, by
full
the
on
way.
the walls talk. No doubt. I will be here working, and you will swear to God someone is 6 feet away from you having
Yep.
a full-on conversation. You
Yep.
will hear talking plain as day.
They're not
and then
talking to
just
you.
pop up, you're
It's just like something's
"Who's
going on over here.
And it's nothing. It goes silent. It's like the walls talk.
We've talked about this before, but Thomas and I were in the
And-
build room one time, and
Dude,
the door just shut itself.
Brandon kept calling me crazy, but me and Brandon were here when we were working on the frame that one night. We were here late. We're inside Project SPL. So we're kind of locked in there inside the frame, doing some cutting weld and whatever. And again, some noises happen. Brandon popped his ass up like, "Who's out there? What's going on?" Like, "Oh yeah,
He
you called
finally
me
got to-
crazy for hearing
he finally
noises.
got to hear it."
You're hearing that shit now too." Which somebody really was here, but like, he was legit popping up like, "Who's over there? Who's walking around? Somebody's here. What's going on?" If
and
you are here at night, you will.
I
hear
was in
some
this
fucking
room,
noises.
nighttime. We just got done doing a show. Everybody left, and that door was shut. I don't know. I don't remember why I shut it, but the door was shut, and it opened like all the way. Not just like a little crack, like the handle wasn't all the way. No, it all the way opened, and I was like, "Somebody here?" I don't remember if it was Donnie that left or Thomas that left, but I thought maybe it was one of them two. No, door just opened itself. I left right after that, by the way.
All right, so I don't think I ever told y'all the latest boiler room story. So the boiler room, there's nothing in it anymore.
Right.
You know, we
It's
had
just-
some guys
we
come
put
in and scrap
scrap metal in
everything
there.
out of it. It's an empty room. Nobody goes in there because it looks like a slaughter happened.
It does.
The door was at some point sealed shut. It randomly decided to open itself up.
Mm-hmm.
So like whatever the lock and all the whatever shit that had it screwed shut, like that shit broke.
Off. Yeah.
And the door opened up. So I'm here one night, late at night. I'm going to leave. The alarm won't set because the boiler room door, the inner door, has popped open. It's open like an inch, but it's enough. The sensor's
trips the
not
sensor,
hitting.
yeah.
So now I've got to go back there and shut it. So I go back there, and I know I'm hearing like wind or whatever, but it sounds like howling. It sounds like somebody's in there.
Ghostly noises.
So I go to grab the door, and we also have the sander and all that shit's in front of it. That table's in front of it. So you
Yeah,
kinda
the
gotta-
barrel
It's
sanders.
a real awkward where you got to
have to go,
reach
like,
around
under
it.
it or
gotta-
reach
you
around
kinda
it.
have
Yeah,
to-
I'm going over it to try and get a hold of the door. So now I'm in
my
this really
gosh.
awkward position, and I'm grabbing the door, trying to pull it shut, and something immediately pulls back on me, and I kind of know it's like a draft. So I'm trying to pull the door, and the draft is pulling the door back open, but it feels like somebody is fighting me on the other
Somebody
side of the
was.
door. I'm just like, fuck this, I'm out. I snatch the door to try and shut it. It immediately pops back a little bit. I haul my ass back up here, bypass alarm, get
Yep.
the fuck out.
Should do a lock in.
The next, look, no, it gets better. The next night, I come in the next day. Everybody's here, whatever. I go back. I shut the door. I try and seal it shut or whatever. Right. That's the next morning. Nothing weird's going on. All of a sudden, that night, the fucking door opened itself again. I go to leave. It's like alarm, one alarm. I go scroll through. Boiler room doors open. Motherfucker.
Damn.
Now I got to walk back there again. Now, okay, I'm about to walk back there. I got my gun on me. Like I don't know if you can shoot a ghost, but I'm gonna try. I gotta walk back there.
don't know
As
if you
soon
can
as
shoot a
I
ghost.
start walking back, because we're up front, so you gotta walk 100 yards back here to the back of the boiler room. Now all of a sudden I hear footsteps, except they're running. I'm out. Gun, like, fuck you, bypass, let me out of here. I was legit, like, jumped out, slammed the door shut, was like blocking the door, holding it with my foot, trying to lock it real fast in case something was trying to come out at me. I heard footsteps running
Oh
at me,
my
plain
gosh.
as day.
No
coming
way.
from the other corridor.
Dude,
I'm done.
You pissed whatever it is off.
So, but we come in the next morning, and I went, Jimmy, board that whole door up. Make
He
sure it
put
never
screws
can
in
open
that bitch.
again. Jimmy ran screws through the sheet metal door.
And that's thick sheet. That's an old ass 60s door.
And it hadn't opened since. It was like, whatever you got to do. I don't care if you got about 100 screws to that door. I want it to never open again. Make it happen, Jimmy.
Again, folks, if you share this post on, or blah, let me go back. If you go to our Sundown After Dark Facebook page and share this post of this video, this live video, you'll be put in a drawing to win a set of LCS 12s. So, and you make sure your share is public. Also, by the way, hey, Derek, can you hand me that T-shirt right there? Since there's more people viewing now, I want to show people this. We usually do a commercial, but I'm just going to go ahead and do a live commercial. We'll do it like this. Here's one of DJ Rusticle's T-shirts. He's got a whole new set of different T-shirts he's got out. Remember, if you use promo code After Dark, you get 10% off. I believe it's 10% off.
And you can't have this, but he has these. This is mine.
He's probably got some of those on there
Yeah,
too.
look at this.
But anyway,
Look how cool it is.
blah, I can't speak. Good Lord. Anyway, promo code After Dark at djrusticles.com, and you get 10% off, and we also get a small kickback, and it helps with this podcast as well. Helps us buy beer for the podcast. So, anyway, anybody got anything else to talk about?
Recones for obsidians. Now,
Gary Fletcher.
Does Gary have all that stuff?
Gary's
I know
the man
there was a ton of leftover obsidian parts.
Yep, Gary's the guy still.
And I wasn't sure who got them. If Nick still had them, or if Gary ended up getting it all.
dbrevolution@comcast.net.
Yeah,
that is who you email. That's Gary Fletcher. If you want Obsidian audio recon kits. All right, let's see what else we got going here.
yeah. Give us some questions.
Yeah. So, anything else about Slam? Did we miss? Oh, Chris Lee. I saw somebody mention Chris Lee.
Yeah, Chris
24
Lee, monster build.
24 Nightshade 12s.
He was using like a beach towel as a float towel.
Yeah. And it sucks that he was having so many alternator problems. His belt kept slipping, and they were down there trying to fix it a bunch of times. And once he had it running, dude, one of the craziest wind tunnels I've been in. I didn't get to sit in it, but I sat at the door. I stood at the door.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Last year's build was pretty insane. I think this one's windier.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as loud, but I think it's windier.
I got from outside. I got outside demos of his other truck. I think it was a Yukon. I got outside demos from that. So of course, seeing people's reactions, I got to hear. I never got to actually sit in it. Same with the van, and like, besides just windy, but the overall pressure and punch, like that thing will move your face.
Oh yeah.
Like it will wrinkle your face.
Oh yeah.
That's how violent it is.
Next to him in our booth was Kerry Stahl, also known as Loud Grandpa.
Oh yeah.
And he just demoed all day.
He was
just all day long.
He was one of the other demos that I got. I actually demoed his vehicle.
Yep.
Twice.
I did sit in his. It was awesome.
Sunday morning in the rain, showed up.
Yeah.
Carrie's back there going to town.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just kept going with it.
He just he was basically in his car the whole time.
I got a funny story about that. So it was Sunday and it was raining, and I guess he had forgotten that he gave me a demo, and he told me to come over there. I was like, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, you didn't get a demo. And I was like, I totally did, but I'll get another one. Anyway, there was no line or anything. He's like, yeah, come on, sit and hang out with me. And we're sitting there.
He's old. His memory's bad.
The smell coming out of his car was insane. I was like, dude,
He said,
this ain't good. And he goes,
fuck them coils.
he goes.
So what did it smell like, Donnie?
Dude, just burnt. I was like, dude, this ain't good. I mean, I'm a novice, but I don't. This ain't good. And he goes. You know what? You're right. I'm going to cut it off after this. And I go to get out. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, okay. And I set out, and there's like people. And I was like, hey, there's people here. He's like, I'm done. And I was like, okay.
He had a line. Everybody had a line.
Well, anyway, I was getting to, and he goes, hey, Donnie, hey, how many people you figure out there? I was like, I don't know, about 8, 9. And he goes, let's keep it going. I'm like, this thing's gonna melt. It's gonna explode or
He
something.
don't care. He's got.
But it
sets.
didn't.
It didn't.
But
No,
it
no.
didn't.
He did not.
No.
And he's got sets of woofers just for that purpose.
Oh, I got another thing
Multiple
too.
sets.
So I got another demo from Jerry Lewis, who was at the Limitless booth.
Okay.
And his was really cool too. So Jerry, if you're watching, that was really cool.
Oh, dude, I think the craziest install or build I was in all weekend was Will Holtz. That thing was insane. So I've been in a lot of builds over the years, and every year I'm like, oh man, that was the craziest. Oh, that was the craziest one. Will's hurt, legitimately hurt. I held my heart because I felt it wanting to come out. I held it. There's actually a video of me, and I was wearing a poncho, and the poncho's just getting ripped apart. Dude, that was freaking nuts, man. Will Holt's got a hell of a build. Those are, I don't know what he has anymore.
Hold on,
ZV5s? I think he used to have ZV4s.
I think
he's at ZV5s now.
He's got the big wall. What I call the big wall now.
Yeah.
He expanded a little bit from the flat wall he was running
had
for a
to
while.
he definitely, remember back in the day where his build would just, the whole fucking Jeep was just shaking.
Yeah,
remember
when
that?
he had the no-wall build.
Different colored doors.
Everything was flexing and breaking.
So now he's got a wall, and the only thing breaking now is his windshield.
Can you can't share, like, if like I send you a picture, can you share it? I got a picture of me sitting in Jerry's build with the poncho.
If I go on Facebook, I can do it.
Oh,
okay. Well, while we're talking about demos, you
Send it
just
to me,
made me
Donnie.
think of something real quick.
I already did through Messenger.
Our next show we're going to, the end of this month, me and Brandon fly out to Albuquerque for a show. We'll be there in person.
Yeah, there we go.
The next show we're taking all the stuff to is going to be Excess Power Show, July 13th in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yep.
Project SPL will be there. The van will be there. I'm hoping you guys can come.
Yep.
Maybe we can get the Beamer over there. Everything. We
Sure will.
can do another big show.
I'll be missing Third Eye Blind for it. But
between now and then, I got a lot of work to do on Project SPL, including its mids and highs and 4-channel amps.
Hold on, you're not
It's
going to tell
coming.
him what you're doing, right?
I'm not going to tell them exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's going to be stupid.
It's going to be wild.
Completely stupid.
Everything I'm doing with this truck is wild,
Well,
and
we got-
over the top.
We
and
got a
enough
picture
to
up. What
drop
was this guy's
jaws.
name again?
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. So thank you, Jerry Lewis. Donnie got a kick-ass demo from him, too, with his poncho on.
Yeah,
Poncho
dude.
demos.
Poncho, courtesy of Drew Jones. He was just like handing out ponchos.
Yeah, he was.
Really
Cool.
nice dude.
But so I still have the busted radiator. It goes to I got to get it over shop just because I'm trying to balance my time as best as I can. So it's getting over to the local shop that hooks us up dirt cheap on doing all our work. It's going there Tuesday to get the radiator fixed, which is going to be crazy. It being in our little town of Claremont, and of course, big wheeled pink vehicle sitting out in the local garage, getting some work done. They're slapping a new radiator in it for me so I can get it back running. I got a little plan on some special, because currently there's no batteries in it. It's all caps.
Right.
So it's a little difficult, even though I got a lot, when I'm doing some high-powered demos, which I'm going to rip some dudes'
You don't
heads
have a
off.
reserve that you're used
Basically,
to.
the point I'm getting to is I'm doing demos. I got mids and highs coming. I got batteries coming, and we're going to rip some fucking heads off it.
Batteries going to go underneath?
Fatality.
Is that, you're not allowed to do that?
No, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm just not doing that. I don't need to. Because I've got another wild special battery plans coming.
Hell yeah. Kyle Wilson says 3X10s or 2X12s. I'm going to say 3X10s.
10s.
And it's going to be on. He says on an 8K. So, you've got more enough power. You got more than enough power for the 3. Get dual 4s. You'll be at like 0.6 on the amp. You'll be good to go.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
And in case people don't know, so technically the X10 or Z5 10s or Nightshade 10s, we call them 10s. They're not really 10s. They're technically 11s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So
oversized.
You'll have way more cone area than a pair of 12s. Might as well go with it. You got the power to do it. Go with dual 4s, run them in parallel. You'll be more efficient that way. All right. Basket vents are a big deal. I don't get that.
Well, if basket vents are too big, I don't know.
I don't get it. Make sure you guys read what you're writing before you hit
We're going to count them
button.
horns, Charlie. Bring your ass to Knoxville.
If the magnet gap is too big, will it hurt airflow? Yes. Jake has spoke about this. There's a specific velocity he's looking for if the gap is too big or if the vents are too big.
Look at it like a port in a port enclosure.
It's got to build pressure.
You don't want too big of a port or too small of a port. You don't want to choke it off, but you don't also want it to just be blah. Like you want to build a velocity to it.
The whole thing about like when Jake builds woofers is he's trying to get the right velocity in the right amount of air to hit the coil at the right time, to move it around it, get it cool enough, and to just shoot it out of the woofer. If you don't have enough ventilation, or if you have too much ventilation, that becomes a problem. You don't get the correct velocity around the coil. So, Jake's got all that in his head. We have no idea how it works, and he's not here to tell you. All right. Anyway, folks, you guys want to stop this here? We good to go?
I'm good.
I don't care.
How long have we been on? I don't
An
know.
hour and 25 minutes.
That's about the standard show.
Give me another topic. We got 48 viewers.
Yeah, we got 48.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Again,
people.
for folks
Give
that,
me a topic to
that
talk
may have
about.
just been,
We'll keep this
we
going.
may have just got on.
Has anybody watched Black Mirror?
Oh,
Nah.
I love Black. That's
So-
a good
I
show.
think I tried it for a little bit.
So I love Black Mirror.
It's not my thing.
First of all,
It's
I
awesome.
love Black Mirror, but I have a cool story, a funny story. So I very rarely call Thomas because Thomas doesn't like to pick up the phone and he's insane. But I watched.
Hey, hold on. Cranny Man 92. That's the guy with the Greek eyes. He's on
Oh, hey, dude,
Yeah.
that was so cool.
It was nice
I
meeting you,
like
man.
the splatter thing going on too. That was
Yep.
really cool.
here. Go ahead.
Anyway, I love Black Mirror. I absolutely love it since the beginning. And they did the Bandersnatch, which was like, if you don't know,
Interactive.
it was like interactive. It's a choose your own adventure episode that you're watching, and you literally make decisions, and it affects what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. Like it
That was a kick-ass.
blew my mind right out of my head.
It basically set the standard to what TV,
I don't even know
what entertainment's
going
gonna be
because like
later
the
on.
first thing is like you know you're watching this kid and he sits down and the dad is like, okay, which cereal do you want? And it had me pick and I'm like, whoa, no way, dude, no way. And then it affects the ending. It's really crazy. But anyway, I was so blown away that I called Thomas, Brian, and Jake and I was
Yes.
like, no guys,
Like middle of the night.
you don't understand. You don't understand. this is
So
totally
that's-
crazy.
Now, you may ask, the new episodes that came out, are those
Yeah.
also
No,
interactive?
they're not. Bandersnatch is the only
I ha-
interactive one.
I have to say, the older ones of the last 3 episodes or last 3 seasons, they're actually really. It's almost like watching a movie.
Dude.
They're actually really
Oh,
good.
dude. They're just.
It's all
amazing.
about the near future.
And I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan. For those of you, if you see me on Facebook, which, by the way, I don't add people on Facebook because, like, somebody recently texted me about Sundown Audio, and I'm not cool with that. They were like, they didn't tell me who they were. And I was
Is your
Huh?
phone number on your Facebook for people to see it? You
I
should
don't-
probably check that.
I don't think it is. I don't know, but I don't add people for that reason. But I do like Twilight Zone, and the Black Mirror is so good. It really is so good.
I don't get into a lot of TV series, but
Oh
that was
my
actually
gosh.
a good one.
Yeah, I
liked it.
told Brian about Bandersnatch, and then he watched it, and he loved it, and then he started watching all the old ones, and
Yeah.
I knew Brian would like it
'Cause it's all
he's
about-
it's
all
like, this
about,
is
you know,
like
when-
stuff that could happen.
It's
like,
all about the conspiracies that I talk
Yeah,
about.
I gotta go look at this
Dude,
again. I
yeah.
swear, I tried to watch like one episode.
Well,
and
the
I
first
went,
It's
episode-
basically
This-
it's
the
all
f-
about technology taking over.
So you got to get past the first season was British, and so it was very kind of oddball,
Just
and
different.
especially the first episode. The
The
first
dude had to
episode,
fuck a pig.
The pig fucker episode.
Yeah.
It was a pig fucker episode. Anyway, it gets a lot better, especially Nosedive. Like
so I should just go straight to season 2.
yeah, I would. But Nosedive, particular that episode.
How many seasons are there now?
4 or 5. I think.
wow.
This is the
4 or
4th
5.
episode, 4th season.
Yeah. Anyway, Nosedive is amazing because Nosedive is like you basically have like a credit score sort of like built into you, and people can like.
Yeah, that's pretty
like
fucked up.
and dislike.
I can see
like
that
if you-
shit happening.
Like
by
if you
the
go
way.
to Starbucks and you got good service, you can literally, I liked you, and then their internal
Yeah.
score goes up,
Fuck
and
that.
that,
Oh, wow.
that like affects.
I'll just live
Damn.
it, dude.
That
I'm
affects
just gonna
you.
live in a country. I'll have a bunker.
It's
I'm
like
good.
what happens is this lady's score is just enough that she can rent a car, and then she curses at the person that's renting the car. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna rate you down." And the security guy comes. He's like, "I don't like your attitude. I'm gonna rate you down." And then her score gets so low she can't rent the car anymore.
Yeah.
So she's stuck. It's awesome. It's man. I get goosebumps when I think about
It
Black
is a good
Mirror.
show.
I love.
Let's get
Black
back to some of
Mirror.
these questions. Kyle wants to know when the website's going to be up. Good fucking question,
Yeah.
Kyle. So website's down and emails are down.
We are way more upset than what any people
Yeah.
out there are.
So for 1 week,
We see
total.
all the comments on Facebook. We see every post, and yeah, trust me, we wish it wasn't down either.
Here's what's going
It's
on.
not our fault. It's not an issue
Yeah.
here.
we
and
have
we're upset
we
too.
use just like anybody who has a website. You have a host, right? That host, your website goes through that host. And we have an email server which is here in our building. However, it has to use the DNS server from the host to be able to get the emails back and forth. The host went down, and we don't know what's going on. We can't call them. We can only do a ticket system, like email system thing, and nothing's working.
Yeah.
We're not sure
So-
exactly what's going on.
So whereas normally we use email for a lot of work,
Yeah.
A lot of communication
Yeah.
with customers or with dealers or with random things. And this week, because everything being down, we've had resorted to
Personal.
personal phone calls, cell phones, text messages, personal emails, a ton of personal stuff just to keep work flowing properly. Like it is crazy how bad work got affected just by losing email from the Sundown.com emails. Like,
Yeah,
Work
I
got
can
hurt
only
so
imagine
bad.
how much we've lost. Now, thankfully, a lot of us here that work here like know the dealers personally that are trying to make the orders, so they'll hit us up on Facebook or text message or whatever. But it's not how we try to do business. But right now, it's kind of how we're doing it.
yeah.
Tech calls came in like crazy because the website's down. They can't see the general specifications of the
Oh, yeah.
subwoofers. So tech calls went up, and I don't know. It's not cool. And Jake's out of the country. And we were at Slamology when it started.
But for
Yeah.
So-
anybody, if you can't get to the website, you can't, email, whatever, yes, when the phones are still working, they're available. 828-459-1980. You can call us.
Hit extension 3.
We're doing everything we can to help everybody and keep everything running smoothly.
Yeah. Real pain. Hopefully Monday everything's back to normal. Probably not. That means that Donnie, you and I, when those emails roll in and
Yeah.
all the ones that everybody
I mean,
sent,
that's basically going to be
Yeah.
a full
a
day.
week's worth
And,
of
and even the
emails.
bad part is,
Full day.
a bunch of those people, they've sent the emails, they're not getting responses. They're going to probably at some point potentially end up calling in. So they
Yep.
already have their answers, but then we've
Yep.
got to go back through any of the old emails.
Yeah.
Then when they do roll in, assuming that the old ones will roll in and they haven't just disappeared.
Hopefully we give them the same answer.
And yeah, So I hate double work like that, and there's
Yeah.
going to be a ton of it.
I think next week is going to be a real rough one.
Just trust me when I say we're upset about it too. We are
Yeah.
way more upset than any of the customers out there
I-
are that this stuff is not working properly.
We potentially losing a lot of money because of that, which
I've been testing just to do something, and that's been fun.
real
'Cause I'm
pain in the ass.
very like black and white kind of person, and that's not black and white.
I'm
Not
a gray area all
Not
day
even
long, buddy.
a little bit.
I'm all sorts of gray
Yeah.
going on here.
Not
So
even a
what do you
little
guys think about pole piece heat sink
Where you at?
inside the coil? Pole piece heat sink inside. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know who's doing that right now. Okay, so he's asking about the pole piece being a heat sink inside. I guess maybe doing.
I don't know if I've ever seen a specific heat sink on the pole. Now, I mean, I've seen channels, cooling channels on poles, and it does resemble a heat sink a
You
little
really
bit.
want your pole to be fairly solid, because that messes that messes with
Good and strong.
inductance, I
Good
believe.
and strong.
And Jake will tell you more. It messes with inductance and BL if you start messing with the solidity of the pole.
No, way back up. Bill Straub, round arrow port or slot port for music depends on your box. If it's just a basic street style box, I'm all about some arrow ports. I love arrow ports. Downside to arrow ports, you don't want to curve them, keep them straight. Sometimes you don't have enough depth for the airport you need, and in that case, if you got to ever curve something, do a slot port where you can do a curve port or L port, something like that.
Yep.
Same as if you have a walled setup, airports and walls are typically a no-go. They don't work well. I've done them. I've personally done it, made it work, but they don't work as good as slot ports. You can't get the amount of port area you need with airports versus the slot. It just doesn't work as well.
The thing about aeroports is your what was that word? Anyway, you have a specific diameter that you're dealing with. A specific port area. When you do a slot port, you can make that port area that you need. So I've always been a slot port guy. I like to do roundovers. I like to do 45s. Get that air flowing nice and smooth without turbulence.
Yeah. Well, one versus one, round ports are more efficient, without a doubt. What that does for is you can get away with less port area with a round port because of its increased efficiency.
I think it's like 10 square inches per over the standard 12 to 16.
So I do mine different, way different.
You go by cone area, don't you?
I go by cone area.
Yeah.
All my builds, everything is based on cone area. So it's just less with round ports. You have to use less port area per cone area than what you do with slots. You can get similar effects by doing the more port area, but without a doubt, round ports are the way to go if you can put it in your system, especially in street style systems. That's why almost in DB drag, every big street car you see in there, they're running big airports.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
Small
when you move
box,
up,
big airport.
yeah, you move up to Super Street where we got the big walled vehicles. You're not going to see the airports because of the walls.
Yep.
They don't work well there, and that's when you're going to see the slot ports.
Gotcha.
That's the two main things where you're going to get separated. Like I said, if you got the availability for the long port that you need for the airport, go with it. If not, if you got to curve it, you're going to have to go with a slot.
Yep. J-Bone asks if he can call in to do his Surprise Me yard sale thing. No, don't call in. However, if you know it's $60 and it's a Surprise Me, just send us the money through PayPal, sundownz@sundownaudio.com.
I haven't even looked to see if the yard sale page still works.
It is. It does.
Okay, so if it works, you can still go on there and you can still place orders through the yard sale.
Yard
That
sale still works.
But isn't the link? Don't they have to go to our website to?
No.
It's just sundownyardsale.com.
I have it saved as like a separate tab. And
Okay.
when I tried to open that, it works.
So
and you can place orders.
But a lot of people they would navigate it through our website first.
Yeah, if you
which
do it
that won't work
that
way.
way, it won't work. No.
So sundownyardsale.com.
Sundownyardsale.com.
Okay.
I haven't
There you
checked it. I actually didn't even think about it. We had very few straggler yard
Hold
sale
on.
orders this week. And
Is that not the same host hosting that?
I have no idea.
Because I mean, what
I
the
don't
fuck?
handle. That's
I really think that this host is just screwing with
all
us.
I can say is that's not my job. I
I
don't
think
handle
it's
that
bad
stuff.
customer service on their
I have no
part.
idea what's going on there.
Gonna give them a phone call. I can't because I can't find a fucking phone number.
Yeah, I can't say if there's something you want from the yard sale, it is fine. Send the PayPal and put it in the description what you want. We will get it, and it might just take us an extra day or two.
Yeah.
Instead of having the direct order come in through the website that way, but we'll still see the payment on PayPal and get it and process it the same. All the same.
All right. Well, how about this, folks? Let's go ahead and end this
Yeah,
here.
my cigar is done.
Let's say bye to all the folks out there on YouTube land.
Which camera are we buying?
We're looking at that one right
I
there.
don't even have a can, but I'm gonna hold up my DJ Russell this thing.
All right, folks. Have a good evening.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Brian Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.